What's good, my peopleizations? What's shaking? What's shaking? We back. We back. We back on it. You know what I'm saying? We back on it. I sent my brother Kurt Anderson the link. That link. And it's grind time, you heard? Dane Watson, unfinished business. Salute. Salute. What's good? What's good? Kelly Johnson, Mr. De Niro, pie player, Ohio run boxer. Salute. Salute. Oh, that's the brother Kenny Porter hitting me, man. Easy Money 12-217. Salute. Focus Ball Boxing MMA. Salute. Stu Baby Love TV. Salute. Easy Money 12-217. Salute. Ohio runs boxing. Salute. Kelly Johnson. Salute. What's shaking, my peoples, man? Smash the like button. Hold on, that's Kenny Porter, man. Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right, let her play with it, please, guys, please.
That we're using two.
Huh?
You need two of them.
Oh, just give them two, baby.
That's it. All right, thank you.
Yeah, that was Kenny Porter, man. But you know, I'm not gonna allow the conversation to be out in the open without his permission. So that's why I didn't that's why I muted it. You understand what I'm saying? Salute to Rayon Boykin. Salute Nitty G. Salute Drew Titan. Salute Larry Lawson 83. Salute Tommy Boy. Salute Boxing and Barbecue. Salute Drew Berry. Salute. Smash that like button, my peopleization. Let me go back up, see who I missed. Architect 1, Thomas Moreland, New Jersey. Salute David Scott III, Just Blaze, Jixon 1000. Salute Stelion Perez. Salute D Solo 2009. Salute my brother Focus Ball Boxing MMA. Salute What's Shaking. Christopher West. Salute Anthony Bolin. Salute. Yeah, let's get it going, my peopleizations. Todd King alive. Salute. What's shaking? Yeah, smash the like button, man. Get the likes up, man. Smash the like button. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is. Wait for my brother Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. the historian, to jump on in here. John Wilson, salute to you, my brother. Tunnel Vision, salute. Salute, salute. What's shaking? Yeah, 8 more days. Fight week, man. It's fight week, man. Right, baby? Say it's fight week. It's fight week, right? You gonna say it's fight week? Tell the people it's fight week. Say it's fight week. Say it's fight week. You gotta say it loud. They can't hear you. Say it's fight week.
It's fight week.
It's fight week. Kennedy Lindor, salute. Greg Wyatt, salute. Deuce 09, salute. What's shaking? Say it's fight week, baby.
It's fight week.
It's fight week. Daddy off to LA, huh?
No.
You gonna miss me? You gonna miss Daddy when I go to LA?
No, because me and mommy, we are gonna because we're gonna go to Florida while out here.
You gonna go to Florida while I go to LA?
Yeah.
Who told you that?
And then after that, you're gonna pick up Dad.
Seneca J, salute. After that, you gonna pick me up?
Yeah.
Who told you going to Florida without me? Nelson Santos, salute.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I can see that.
Yeah, don't knock it over. Aftermath White, salute. Kieran Alexis, salute.
Daddy, that looks like a duck.
It is, baby.
No, it looks like a duck.
It is a duck.
No, it looks like a duck, like so you can like blow dry it, a blow thing.
Yeah. Jafari Caesar, salute. The General, salute. What's shaking? The General 7-8 Sports TV in the building. What's good? He said, Blue, Takashi asked me for your number this morning. I gave, nah, General. No, sir. No, sir.
Daddy.
JC, salute. No, sir. Nah. All right, baby. Let Daddy finish, okay? You kiss him.
Just look.
I know. I see you. All right. Give me a kiss, yes. Let me finish, okay? Jamil Allen, salute. Nah, General, man. Jim Jones got.
I can't play in the grass.
Why not?
Because he's playing.
No, go ahead.
Go right there.
Tell him to move over. Over there. Tell him, go right here, baby. Come right here. Yeah. Right here, baby. Right on the side. Yeah, right there. Man, this New York weather is bipolar, man. Don Banks, salute. Nah, General. Nah, man. That dude, man. My brother, Jay Good, salute. Yo, Jay Good. I was running late, bro. As soon as I get off this, I'm going to hit you up. Because I was running late, man. The Boxing King, salute. I was running late, bro. Meant to hit you up. Yes, baby. Yeah, baby. Well, you can't play in the middle because they're playing football. Huh? Who, them? Baby, let them play football, okay? Baby, why you can't play right there? Enough room, okay? Bond South D-Town, salute. Nah, General, no. He said, Takashi asked for your number. I gave it to him this morning. Nah. No, sir, man. Hey, man, that dude got no shame in his game. None. Man, that dude have no shame in his game, man. He probably sitting up there, hair braided and everything. Hey, listen, man, let me tell you something else, man. Let me tell you something else, man. I know. Oh, let me let my brother Kurt Anderson in. There you go. What's going on with you, Kurt Sugar?
Hey, Blue, what's good with you, man? What's good with you, brother?
What's shaking, bro?
Man, chilling on this Friday afternoon, man, or early evening. You know, just thinking about the fight next week. We got a showbox card tonight, and we got the Peter Quillen versus Alfredo Angulo fight tomorrow. Yep. A little appetizer for next week's big fight.
Yep. I can't wait. The General 7-8 in here messing with me in the stream, man. Akeem the Great, salute. Supreme Beast Boxer Talk, salute. Hey, Kurt, Eric Jenkins, salute. Hey, General, Kurt from the tri-state area too, bro. He from Jersey. He said Takashi 6ix9ine asked for my number. He gave it to him. Yo, Drew Titan, what's shaking, my bro? Yo, Drew Titan, we got to link up, man. Word up. Right here in New York, man. Yeah, Kurt. General said, yo, Takashi asked me something and I gave it to him, man. No, man. Hey, man,
no numbers.
Man, that dude got no shame in his game, man.
Yeah, he about to send everybody to jail. I know that much.
Yeah. Hey, and I can't believe how irresponsible Jim Jones was.
I know. I know. That's what, talking on the telephone, he incriminated himself, man.
Sure
I
did,
thought he
man.
moved smarter than that. He should
Yeah.
be ashamed of doing that.
And Sports 101 TJ, Anthony Bolton, salute. Yeah, yo, Kurt, man, I can't believe he allowed himself into that. And Cardi B too.
Yeah, telling, this running off at the mouth, man. Mouth like leaky faucets.
Yeah.
And now, they're gonna be investigated. I guarantee you. They brought themselves into the middle.
Yeah, well, we know Jim Jones is done. You can't be on there talking the way he talking, and he might as well get light. He might as well get light, man, because it's going down for him. And Cardi, and I didn't even know that allegedly Cardi B, she had some people put hands on his kid's mother, Tekashi. So that's not
Ain't that crazy?
That's not good for her.
It's like a soap opera, man. I want to see how everything turns out.
Yeah. You see Snoop said snitch stand for sorry, my niggas. I'm coming home. Oh man, I can't believe it, man. That dude have no shame in his game whatsoever.
At all. Yeah, hey, Blue. We from the old New York, man. It used to be different, and there's no codes or rules anymore, man. It's a different day and age, man. The game is in disarray. It's not. It's a different ball game today in 2019.
Yeah, man. It's wild crazy, man. I can't believe it, man. It's unbelievable, man. LDTB, after my wife, Marcus Cano, salute, man. Okobin Adokrahini, salute. That was your phone? Oh, somebody connected to me. Yeah, man. I can't believe it, man. The Equalizer, salute. It's man, but that just lets you know, man, the game is totally different from when we was, young fellas. I'll just put it that way, But man, it's amazing, man. Dude have no shame in his game, man. Just sitting there just sitting up there, I know, man. You know what I'm saying? Wow, man.
Man, when we was coming up, man, we had codes, man.
Right.
I remember in the people I used to run with in Queensbridge on 40th and Vernon, I remember we had codes. You had a beef with somebody. If you saw them on Sunday, you didn't do anything.
Right.
Sunday was off limits.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Holy day. You know what I'm saying?
It was holy, right. And now it ain't like that, man, and people snitch. It's just there's the rules and regulations to the game is gone, man.
Yep. Mastermind, salute. Chris Brown 45, salute. He said shout out to Cassie. Yeah. Shouts out to Cassie, man. I'm gonna get Cassie on here live, man. I'm gonna get her on here live one of these days. She be working though. She hits me up, but she be working. Yeah, so shout out to Cassie, man. But yeah, man. So yeah, Kurt, like you said, man, Ronaldo Tour, chase the coin, salute. It's fight week, man. We got some big fight. Hold on one second, Kurt. Go ahead, Kurt. You can cook because I got this AC, man. I don't know if y'all can hear it.
Oh, I can't hear nothing. Maybe I don't know if they can hear it.
Yeah, I don't know. It feel like
we got to.
Go ahead, Kurt.
No, I was just gonna say, we got a showbox card tonight. There's something about Friday night boxing that I like. I guess as a kid, I was used to it. We got a fight tomorrow. Don't forget, Peter Quillen is taking on Alfredo Ngolo. It should be a good action fight. It's one of those in your living room, sit on the couch, TV fights that should be pretty good. Just to wet your mouths for the big fight next week. Between Earl Spence and Shawn Porter. But this weekend, that's what we got. And plus you got Mexican boxing. It's a channel called Being. It's called Being Boxing. It's on. It's I forgot the network. So they usually have boxing every Saturday. That's where Jaime Munguia came from, you know, so and Emmanuel Navarrete, so that's a good channel to watch. So, and, you know, I'm just excited, man, you know, to whet your appetite until next week.
Yeah, man, I can't wait, man. You know, it's fight week, you know, and I truly can't wait, man. This is, and for me, man, sometimes the buildup is actually more exciting than the actual fight for me, man. The buildup is sometimes, man, I just love the anticipation. You know what I'm saying? The anticipation of it all, you know, leading up to it, man, is huge for me, man. I love it, man. I can't wait, man.
Yeah, nervous, anxious, and energy.
Yeah,
you know, because you don't know what's going to happen. You know, it ain't nothing like the ring walk in sports. The two fighters entering a boxing ring. You
right.
know, it's the most exciting thing to me, man.
I can't wait, man. You know, and I wanted to ask you a question, man. What you think about Anthony Joshua stating that he's going to change his ring walk mentality because that was a huge part of him not being successful against Andy Ruiz, man?
When fighters start talking about changing their ring walk and boxing shoes and trunks, and my mouth guard was too big, then it becomes purely psychological. But I don't care if you walk on your hands in the ring, you still got to fight. You know, he should try to change his chin, which he can't do. I'm being facetious, but you know, all that doesn't matter. You know, the only thing that matters is how you fight and how you perform. You know, that's the only thing that matters. See, he's trying to get a psychological edge on his own conscience by saying, well, if I change this and if I wear one sock and did everything differently that I did the last fight, I'm going to be victorious. But you still got to fight. It don't matter your ring walk. You know, I understand where he's coming from. He's trying to psych himself out, but you know, you have to perform. You still got to get it done, get the task done by fighting.
Yeah, that's what I think, man. I think that, you know, Anthony Joshua at this point. No, baby, just be quiet, okay? I think that Anthony Joshua at this point, he truly can't understand and identify why he lost. I think that, you know, the sad part about it to me is, the worrisome part about it to me is that I think that he looks at Andy Ruiz Jr. and he looks at himself in the mirror and he's like, how did I lose to this dude? You know, opposed to understanding the sport of boxing is different than any other sport. Looks could be deceiving. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that I believe he truly looks at Andy Ruiz and he can't understand why he came up short. You know, and I think that, you know, he's coming up with all these different scenarios in his head as to why he lost, and he can't really pin down one, so he keeps bouncing back and forth. To say that you're going to change your ring walk and to say that, you know, you was too nice, you know, and listen, that have nothing to do with you being victorious or not being victorious. You have to accept who you are. And the fact is, he can't accept who he is, right? So he, you know, Mike Tyson, Deontay Wilder, you know, suddenly Anthony Joshua is not going to turn into them. He's not going to turn into a vicious, strayed, rabid dog that's drooling and staring right through you. That's not who he is. You know, sometimes you just got to beat Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, his ring walk, you can't get more vicious than Manny Pacquiao once he stepped through those ropes. But his ring walk have nothing to do with who he is in the ring. Manny Pacquiao walked to the ring taking selfies. He got the biggest Kool-Aid smile on his face. He's shaking everybody. He would shake everybody's hand if he could on his way to the ring. He would shake every single fan's hand that he could on his way to the ring. He's smiling. He's taking selfies, right? That have nothing to do how he performed in the ring. So for Anthony Joshua to say, well, you know, my walking out the tunnel and my ring walk, you know, I feel like I'm just too nice of a guy. So when I get in there, like, whoa. You was the same guy that walked to the ring versus Charles Martin. This was the same guy that walked to the ring versus Vladimir Klitschko. It was the same guy that walked to the ring versus Dillian White. You the same guy to walk to the ring versus Joseph Parker. Now you need to change your ring walk in order to be successful against Andy Ruiz? No, I think Andy Ruiz is living in your head rent free, and now you in trouble. That's what I think.
Well, I'll tell you this. You know, boxing is the kind of sport where you can be mad, you still got to fight. You can smile, you still got to fight. None of that matters, man. There was a fighter named Joe Louis who was very calm and very humble, but when the bell rung in the first round, he tried to knock your head off. When the bell rung in the 15th round, he tried to knock your head off. He was a vicious puncher with 52 knockouts and 66 fights. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't really matter. You still have to fight. At the end of the day, you still gotta be you could be in shape. You could have a physique like Evander Holyfield or Ken Norton or Mike Weaver, who's they call Hercules, or you could have a shape like Ruiz, you know, who just upset Joshua, or Tony Tubbs, who was overweight but had real fast hands. Mm-hmm. You know, real fast hands. You know, right. Or Buster Mathis Sr., who also had fast hands. Him and his son, who was right. both overweight, but they can box. So you still have to fight. You know, that's the type of sport. You know, your skill pay the bills.
Right.
You know, I done seen fighters out of shape. I done seen fighters in shape that get beat. Seen fighters out of shape that wins because right. they have enough skill to carry them through. You right. know, that's what boxing is, the sport that I call the moment of truth.
Right. Right. And that's what I'm saying, man. For Anthony Joshua needs to change his mindset. He's already losing. He's already losing. He's mentally lost the fight already, in my opinion. You make it up an excuse. You can't identify. You know when George Foreman said that, and Lennox Lewis and everybody, even including yourself, you say where Anthony Joshua can't identify his shortcomings, why he came up short, he's in trouble for the rematch. And it's evident that he don't understand why he came up short, and he's going to come up short in the rematch because he just can't get it through his mind that this little short, 6 inches shorter than me, looks like he don't take exercise serious. You know, he's a humble dude. He just defeated me. How could that be possible? You know, and it's like, if that's the case, as soon as adversity hits in the fight, as soon as Andy Ruiz is having success, he's gonna mentally check out because he's mentally all over the place. You think what you think, Kerr? You think am I wrong?
No, because Anthony Joshua is not a mentally strong fighter, you know. And when I saw the Klitschko fight, I said it's just a matter of time before he loses because Klitschko, for some reason, stopped throwing punches when he had Joshua on the deck, and he had him hurt. Joshua was really, really hurt, ready to go, you know, and Klitschko, for some reason, didn't pull the trigger. And then, you know, he was hurt against Anthony Parker. He was hurt against Parker, you know, Anthony Joshua, that is, you know. And I said, you know what? He doesn't react well when he gets hit. That's what I look for in a fighter. You know, you have to go through adversity because you're going to get hit. I don't care how good of a defensive fighter you are. Great. Floyd got hit against Mosley and Chop Corley, but you see how well Floyd had recuperative powers, you call it, or right. Evander Holyfield or somebody like that, or Muhammad Ali, when they hit, they know what to do because mentally they still together. Right. Joshua is the total opposite. Even Tommy Hearns didn't know what to do when he got hit. They just don't react well. Right. You know, it's a psychological thing. And, you know, if I was Ruiz, I would jump on Joshua real quick to give him something to think about. Because boxing is a psychological game too, especially, you know, when you are a victim of an upset. You know, Joshua was a 20-1 favorite. It's right. a lot of pressure in a rematch because you're saying to yourself, you know, I got to prove that it's a fluke.
Right.
You know, but there's nothing he can do with that weak chin. you
Right.
know, and it's physical, but it's also mental because you see when certain fighters get knocked down, they do funny things. They look at the corner. They don't know what to do when they're down on the deck. Like Joshua, he just nonchalantly walked to the corner and put his arms over the ropes like it was a break, like it
Right.
was a timeout. So that tells me a lot about Anthony Joshua. So if I was Ruiz, I would jump on him real quick, man, to give him something to think about. Put even more pressure on Anthony Joshua.
Right. I agree, man, and I think that I think that Eddie Hearn and his team did him a grave disservice. And the reason I say that is because I truly believe that they protected him mentally and put him mentally in a place where they protected him mentally. Even in interviews, even in they control his atmosphere, they control his surroundings. And so with that said, I truly believe that you know mentally he's fragile, because they controlled everything. They controlled how people approach him. They controlled, I've heard that in his I've heard that uh, um if you go to his training camp or to his gym, that they have tons of security there at his boxing gym, and when you keep him sheltered, mentally sheltered, physically sheltered, from the outside world, that's why he has the responses that he has, because he's not used to. It's just like anything else when you do interviews, right? When I do interviews, right? It takes time to get used to standing in front of these guys and asking them questions, right? You got to be very quick because it's you have to be countering. You understand? So you can ask a question, and then all of a sudden, they didn't respond, or they didn't say what you thought they was gonna say, and you had a follow up in your mind, but now they asked something, they did something, they said something that threw you off, and now you have to mentally bounce back, and that's not easy to do. It's just not easy to do. And so I think that Anthony Joshua has been sheltered and coddled, to a point where, I think that, when he faces adversity, even, his response seems to be somewhat robotic, if that makes sense, And I think that, he's been told that he was, he was the guy, what I mean? For so long, he couldn't be beat, and if you told that for so long, you start to believe it. You know what I mean? If something is drilled, you could drill a lie into somebody's head enough times that they'll start to believe it, right? You could stare at something for a while, and you could change what you're really looking at. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's what happens with Anthony Joshua, and it's I think that mentally, this fight, man, it really could break him outside of the ring. I think it mentally could break him outside of the ring. If he comes up short against Andy Ruiz, and all of a sudden the people around him start to disappear, he could really fall apart outside of the ring. I truly believe that, man. I truly believe that he could end up falling apart outside of the ring. I truly believe that, man. But that's why I feel like he needs to take the reins, take control. I think that he's truly need to take control of his career, because it just seems like he's been sheltered from the outside world, and when it comes to the sport of boxing, it's just his comments alone, just saying, "Hey, man, why this guy beat me?" Well, because this is the sport of boxing, and anybody can beat anybody. We see Shawn Porter have success all the time, right? And people complain about his style all the time. But yet, we see people complain about Deontay Wilder and his style all the time. But yet, they have success. right? There's no real rhyme or reason for it. It's the sport of boxing. That's why we love it, because we don't know what could happen tomorrow. You know, it's just like football. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. And I think it's the same situation when it comes to, you know, the sport of boxing, man. One punch, man. Nobody expected Buster Douglas to beat Mike Tyson, especially in the manner he did. So, you know what I'm saying? Man, it's a trip, man. But let's move on to Deontay Wilder saying that, you know, he truly wants to pursue the winner, Anthony Joshua versus Andrew Ruiz, and if he could sidestep Tyson Fury, he truly will. If he could find a way to do it, I believe he will. But I believe, this is my thoughts, Kurt. I think that it has to be the right situation, because I believe that Deontay Wilder would definitely need to secure a contract or some type of verbal agreement, you know, some type of paper to pen with Anthony Joshua before he leaves Tyson Fury at the altar, because they could do a bow face on him at any point in time. You know, I believe if it's Andrew Ruiz that's successful and wins the rematch, then, you know, you could kind of bank on that Andrew Ruiz will push for the undisputed. But if it's Anthony Joshua and the way they talking and the verbiage that they're using, you know, it's no foregone conclusion that they'll pursue that undisputed, especially with Anthony Joshua saying that, you know, he was too young to pursue undisputed. What you think, Kurt?
Well, for boxing fans, in a perfect world, boxing world, it would be good if Andrew Ruiz win, because that fight with Wilder would be much, much easier to make. He would not run for Wilder. He will fight. You know, you could have that fight at Jerry's World. It's a perfect fight with the Mexican, you know, fan base and Wilder's overall popularity. You know, it's a natural. Most likely be in Vegas, but it would be good to be at Jerry's World. You know, with Joshua winning, you know, he will continue to make excuses, especially with the loss, with him losing to Ruiz the first time, you know, and Wilder, he will not fight Wilder. I will be shocked if he ever fights Wilder. He didn't want to fight him before, you know, and what makes you think he'll fight him now? You know, because his confidence is not 100%, you know, there, you know, after a shocking loss, you know. Even though Wilder and Fury has a contract, but that contract can be voided because of the cut on Fury's eye. So if Wilder get past Ortiz, because we can't leave that out, you know, if he gets past Ortiz November, and he sit back and wait and see how Ruiz and Joshua turns out, I would like for Ruiz to win that rematch against Joshua, and Wilder can, you know, bypass Fury. Man, summertime you can set up Wilder and Ruiz if Ruiz beats Joshua for all the marbles at Jerry's World. In a boxing world, in a perfect boxing world, I wish it would turn out like that. But in boxing, it never does. Something crazy might happen.
Hey, Kurt, Kenny Porter want to jump in on the show.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna send him the number now, so he could jump in. So we're gonna have a special guest up on the show, my peoples. We're gonna have WBC two-time welterweight world champion, Showtime Shawn Porter, father and trainer and manager. Kenny Porter will be coming on in just a few seconds. I'm gonna send him the number right now so he could jump on in. You can keep cooking, Kurt.
Okay. You know, so, you know, that's the way I see things, man. It brings a lot of interest to the heavyweight division, which was dead, you know, for a while. Then, you know, because of the emergence of Wilder and Joshua and Fury, you know, Fury has a big personality, and Wilder with his power, you know, and Ruiz upset victory, it has brought a lot of attention to the heavyweight division, which, you know, just, you know, anything to shed light on a division that was doormat for so long. So it's a great thing for boxing pundits and fans. It gives us something to talk about, you know, in the great sport of boxing, and we want to see how the situation plays out amongst those heavyweights, you know. So I'm excited, you know. I'm excited. I can't wait for Wilder and Ortiz and Ruiz and Joshua, especially Ruiz and Joshua, man. You know, this rematch has a lot of, you know, oomph to it, man. You just don't know, was it a fluke, or you know, if Joshua's going to come back strong. So, you know, that's what we want to see, man. You know, curiosity kills the cat, you know. So, hey, that's our Christmas present, man. There's always a big fight in November, December, which, you know, which is good, man. So I'm anxious, man. I'm excited, and I believe we had some more fights in December, some good fights, you know, and November. You know, you got Anui versus Donaire. Everybody's praising Anui, so we don't know how good he is. So we want to see how good Anui is when he fights a guy with a terrific left hook like himself, and who has experience, who's seasoned like Donaire. I got a feeling he's gonna give Nui problems. So we just want to see, man. You know, we got some really, really good fights coming up. Prograis and Taylor, you know, Harris and Charlo, man. You know, when you think about it, boxing is in a good place right now.
Right, right. Man, I'm excited for the sport of boxing, man, and to be a fan of the sport of boxing today. It's a good time to be a fan of the sport of boxing, man. You know, I know it's a lot different from, you know, yesteryear. You know, there's a lot of different things, you know, that takes place, but still, at the end of the day, you know, Anthony Bolton, we squared all of that away, man. We squared all of that stuff away. But yeah, so you know, I'm excited for the sport of boxing, man. I'm excited, you know, for these fights, man. I'm excited for the fights that's looming. You know, I'm excited for, you know, like we know as boxing fans, you know, tomorrow we always looking past the fight in front of us. You know what I mean? But that's because who's that? Let's see. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Dallas, Texas.
Hey, what's going on? Hey,
yeah, Chris Brown 4-5. What's going on?
Chris Brown 4-5. What's shaking with you? Listen, I'm gonna ask you to do me a favor and just call back in a few minutes because I'm about to have Kenny Porter come on.
Okay, then that's what's up.
All right.
All right.
All right. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
So yeah. So you know So I'm excited, man. I'm excited for, you know, future fights. I'm excited for this weekend. I'm excited for next weekend. You know, I love the sport of boxing, man. When there's no boxing, I watch reruns. You know what I mean? I recently just watched they had Mikey Garcia and Robert Easter on. I believe that if that wasn't yesterday, it was day before yesterday, man. And I watched that fight, and the best part about it is I watch it like I don't know the results. I already know the results. I already know what's going to happen, but I still watch it as if I don't know the results. I think that's Kenny, my peoples. Hey, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Kenny Porter. I'm calling from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, there you go. What's going on with you, Kenny?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I got my co-host on. His name is Kurt Anderson.
What's up, Kurt?
Kenny Porter, and nice to meet you, man. Good luck to your son next Saturday night. We're looking forward to the fight. You know, the pleasure to be on the phone with you.
Oh man, I wish it could be like in the audience or at the movie theater, because this fight is packed from top to bottom, man. And I wish I could experience it just from a fan standpoint.
Yeah, how is it just as you going into such a big fight, Kenny, and Shawn being, you're not just his trainer, but you his dad, you know, how is that for you?
You're going to have to be just a little bit more specific than me being his dad and his trainer.
I mean, as far as, you know, how do you separate the two? You know, I know you have his well-being at his best well-being at heart, and at the same time, you know, you're his trainer. So how is that, you know, separating the two, being his dad?
There's no separation. There's no separation. For a long time, I felt that it wasn't, and one day he told me, he said, you know what, there is no separation, because it's not. Truthfully, and I'm coming up on my 30th year in boxing. Next year will be 30 years from now. And that's not even considering some of the competitions I had as a little kid in the junior system. But the best trainer that you could possibly be, the best coach that you could possibly be, is to have a relationship with a fighter as a father and a son. That's the relationships that boxing trainer has with the kid, the young man. That's the best possible scenario you could possibly have, is to be as close to that young man as if he was his father. In this particular situation, I have that. I am his father. So I can't get any better than that. But there's another 100 kids walking around, you know, that I attacked with in those 30 years, maybe more than that, that have called me dad at some point in time, or had that relationship with me, that they was as close to me as a son. And that's what you want, because you need that kid to believe in you and you to believe in him. And the closer relationship you can have is a father to a son.
Right, right. Now, what's the biggest weapon, without giving away too much, that you must neutralize with Errol Spence in this fight?
As with you, you know, I'll read my trainer, my brother Barry Hunter has. Errol does everything good. There's not one particular thing that we feel that we just have to neutralize, because he does everything good. So he catches you with something else. If you focus on that, something else, he catches you with something else. So there is not one thing that stands out. He does all things well. He does everything good. So we got to be prepared for everything. We got to be prepared for, you know, speed, power, body punching. We got to be prepared for straight left hands and hooks, right hooks. And, I mean, just everything that goes along with it. So, you know, there's not one thing that we're just trying to neutralize. He does all things well. He's a really good fighter.
Now, we saw Derrick James. He said that, you know, you didn't truly train him, you know, meaning Errol Spence, you know, leading into his amateur career and things of that nature. Could you just inform the people your relationship with Errol in the amateurs, and, you know, if anybody's misled or misunderstood about that situation?
You know, I would tell Derrick to his face that, don't forget, brother, I stuck you into the Olympic training center when you didn't have credentials. I tell him that to his face. But, I mean, it speaks for itself. You heard Errol Spence go on TV say, "I love your daddy." That tells you we have a relationship. They, at this point in time, because we're going into a fight, they're trying to downplay that as much as they possibly can, as they should. I get that part. But, you know, for him to discredit the fact that I was the head coach that took Errol Spence to Russia, I was the head coach that took Errol Spence to the Ukraine, I was the technical coach for the 2012 Olympic team, so I went with him to the World Championships. I worked with him for a year at the Olympic Training Center. These are facts. I am the coach who was with Errol Spence when he got to Las Vegas. He called me and said, "Coach, I'm here." I said, "Okay, let's go." We went to the Mayweather gym, and I am the one putting the out that day. Not Derrick James. So you tell me, did I not work with Errol Spence? You tell me. What does it sound like to me?
It sounds like you worked with him.
The young man went on TV and he didn't say, "I'm cool with your dad." He didn't say, "I like your dad." the young man went on TV, and I'm proud to say he said, "I love your dad." So, hold on 1 second, guys. I got a treat for you.
Okay.
Shawn Porter, how long till you get here?
My guy.
I'm in just a little bit of traffic. It's a little bit backed up. It's kind of stuck, but they know I'm on my way. Why don't you just sit in your car till I get there? Yeah, I ain't planning on doing nothing else other than that. Because, you know, if you go in, they're going to try to get you to buy a car. So is. Yeah. So I actually happened to be on the line with Blue Blood, and I just clicked you in. So it's all good. Up, man? Yeah. What's up, man?
Showtime, Shawn Porter. What's going on with you, champ?
I'm solid, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Very good.
I'm excited, man. I know you excited, man.
It's crazy, man. I've never been this excited for a fight before, man. I really am, man. I'm just feeling good. I'm ready to get in there.
Man, what's your feeling like going into this fight, man?
I feel very positive, man. I feel like, it's not a bad statement to say I'm out to shock the world. You know, not many people think, you know, this is gonna happen the way it's gonna go down. You know, so that's what I'm excited about.
Hey, Shawn,
let's shock Errol first. How about that? That's right. You shock Errol, you shocking the world. You gonna shock Errol. Anything else gonna come into place right there. It's true.
Hey, Shawn, I saw Barry and I saw a few people stating that, you know, they never seen somebody with the will and the hunger that Shawn Porter has in a regular training camp leading up to, I don't want to say a regular fight, but in your other fights. And they saw you 10 times hungrier in this training camp for this fight with Errol. Where does that come from, Shawn?
It's man, it's a part of my nature, man. It's a part of who I am. I think it's between the hunger to be successful, the hunger to win, the hunger to prove myself and prove God is wrong, to make my family happy, make my dad proud. You know, that all of that is just enough to bring more of who I am out. You know, and like I said, man, it's just my nature to be as competitive as I've always been and have the kind of desire to win that I've always had.
Now, Shawn, I said, you know, I always go back and forth with people about the prediction for this fight and things of that nature. And when people say that, oh, Earl is going to be able to, you know, stop Shawn or things of that nature, I have this thing, and I say that I don't believe that that's going to be possible because just Shawn's will, his hunger, and a chip on his shoulder for this fight, because so many people were saying that you didn't want to fight Errol Spence, is going to be too much to be stopped. Am I right by saying that?
Well, the crazy thing is, it's not a chip. It's because it's where I come from. It's who I've always been. I've always been the one that, you know, was doubted. You know, win after win, and I'm still, you know, being doubted and not expected to achieve and do the things I've always done. So this really is no chip. It's again a part of my nature. It's where I come from. This is who I am. So there's no chip on my shoulder at all. You know, the drive to beat Errol Spence and to do what, you know, people have said can't be done. You know, all of that is really is what's making me so hungry and so driven to the point where, you know, this is the only thing I can think of and desire right now.
And another thing, not to look past, you know, next Saturday or things of that nature, but I saw reports that stated that Manny Pacquiao truly has no desire to fight you or Errol. You know, and I know both of you guys both said, you know, express your desire to you know, get that WBA strap, you know, and become, you know, have 3 belts, you know, around your waist. You know, how would you go about getting Manny in the ring? Because I just believe, you know, a lot of people feel like I saw Leonard Ellaby. He said that he wouldn't allow Manny to fight you or Errol. He wouldn't. That's not a direction he would allow Manny Pacquiao to go in at this point in time. And I just saw Bob Arum reiterate the same thing. He said that if it's not Floyd Mayweather, why put Manny Pacquiao? You know, he has a family. He has, you know, things of that nature. Why put him in the ring with you or Errol? You know, what do you say to that, Shawn?
You know, I think that obviously the business has to make sense. I think that right now, I think all of the business makes sense for me to fight Manny after fighting Errol. I think that is the road that just has you gotta cross the road when you get to it. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what he's saying right now. Today is the 20th. He may feel different. The team may feel different on the 21st. You know, so I'm sure after seeing the fight, after seeing the way that it plays out, I mean, there's going to be a lot to be said about me, about my team. And, you know, if Manny wants to cross that bridge, then, you know, we'll have that conversation after the fight. But I'm not, especially not right now, I'm not concerned with fighting Manny right now. But I'm also not, again, I'm not concerned with them saying, or anyone saying that they wouldn't allow Manny to fight me because, again, that's just today. They may see something that they think will work for them in the fight against Errol and say, all right, we'll go at it. You know, so, you know, right now is their mindset, or I guess, or whatever. This fight's going to be brilliant. It's going to be unbelievable. And then, you know, we'll start tackling other obstacles after that.
Now, I know a lot of people are stating that the size advantage, they feel like Errol has a size advantage and you know, things of that nature. But what do Shawn Porter feel like is the biggest weapon? I asked Kenny this. He said that you know, Errol does a lot of things well, so there's not really one thing to point to disarm him. But in your mind, as the fighter, as you step through the ropes, what's the biggest thing that you feel like you need to disarm Errol with to be successful?
Yeah, I don't really look at the size as an advantage for him. But I think I've seen a lot of things outside of the ring lead up to this fight, different things that him and I have been a part of together. And he does not seem to be completely locked in mentally. And I think right now that may be the best shot. You know, we're looking at breaking. And I think that attacking his psychological and his mental during the fight in the ring, I think that'll you know, make the rest come together and you know, it'll break them down as well.
Now, I got my co-host on the air with us, Shawn. His name is Kurt Anderson. I just wanted to introduce you to him.
Hey, going, Kurt? What up?
Hey, Shawn, what's going on? I just want to say I've been following you since you was an amateur. Some people, the hardcore boxing fans, know you beat Usyk. You know, I've seen all your fights. You know, you are a throwback fighter. I watch a lot of old fights. You know, for you to walk through Keith Thurman's left hook and Danny Garcia's power punches, man, you got some chin, man. You know, and you're an old school type fighter. And you know, a lot of people is picking Earl, but you can never underestimate the will and skill of a fighter. You know, because you're tough, you're very strong. You know, and we all don't know what's going to happen. Only you know, we'll know next Saturday night. But I just want to say, you know, it takes a special fighter, especially a fighter that can fight in the trenches and that are strong and willing to give it and take it at the same time. So, you know, I just want to say kudos to you, and it's a pleasure watching you perform.
Man, absolute pleasure, and I'm humbled to hear those words from you, man. I surely do appreciate that, and I think it's just like you said. Anyone that really knows boxing or has watched fighting in general, has watched my career over its length, and even Errol Spence as well. Now, I'll be the first one to give Errol, you know, all the credit he deserves through 25 fights. I mean, obviously, I didn't see all 25, but he's been extremely dominant, you know, especially in his you know, last 5 or 6 fights that I have seen. He's been extremely dominant. You can't take that away from him, but I think that his dominance
in the ring, along with social media and things like that, have it's allowed everything to overshadow what I've done to this point. But people that really know boxing, that see me as an amateur, that know my background, my story, so on and so forth, those people are the ones that are really biting their nails and biting their teeth. Like, I really don't know what's going to happen here, you know. So I think that, you know, you're on the right track in saying, you know, at this point, you know, honestly, nobody really knows what's going to happen. And, you know, the fact of the matter is I'm actually excited for that first bell to ring and for that second, third, fourth, fifth, however long it takes to get the job done. I'm looking forward to each and every second and minute. And I'm looking forward to taking advantage of every opportunity that I have and not allowing him to have any opportunities, you know. And I think that that's what makes a fighter great. And I'm looking forward to becoming great next weekend.
Hey, Shawn, let me ask you a question. First of all, do you listen to? Because I know a lot of athletes and a lot of boxers, things that they don't listen to, you know, social media. You know, they don't listen to interviews and things of that nature. I want to ask you, do you listen to it? Are you in tune with it? And have you heard any of the predictions? Because I recently saw Andre Berto, Mikey Garcia, Abner Morris, your co-host, you know, on Fox. You know, and they were picking the fight and breaking down the fight. And, you know, they had different gestures that, you know, they feel like you would have to be successful and what won't allow you to be successful without me putting anything negative in your head at this point in time. But Mikey Garcia, one, said that, you know, you need to make it a dog fight. Andre Berto says that he believes that it needs to be the fight like you fought him. He says that Andre Berto said that he never looked in the boxer's eyes and saw his opponent the way what he saw in your eyes, your determination and your will. He says that that's the fighter that needs to fight Errol Spence. What do you say to that, Shawn?
You know, I agree. I agree with that. I don't dive into the social media at all. I put up my posts and I leave it alone. I was at the barbershop earlier and they were asking me if I saw the comments, and I'm like, nah. And they, you know, they brought the phone to me to show me some comments, and you know, I read just a little bit, but you know, that's not for me. That's for y'all. That's for y'all to entertain, enjoy, and be a part of. My job is to get in there and give y'all things to talk about. And when it comes to my colleagues, so to speak, or the guys that the other world champions, former world champions, other competitors in this game, I'm not listening to them. I'm not looking at them. I do appreciate the ones that support me, or, you know, have an optimistic view that, you know, this fight is 50-50, whatever the case may be. I'm not looking at it after the fact. You know, I'll entertain those who need to be entertained, and I'll speak to those who need to be spoken to, and you know, all that good stuff. But for right now, it's just all about what I believe and what my team believes.
Hey, Kenny, let me ask you this, Kenny. I know he has a strong, you know, I was watching a few things, and you know, his determination as well. You know, he wants to train. You know, I've been in the gym. I've seen him train, and man, the temperature. My phone's overheated in there, and Shawn didn't seem to. He didn't break a step. You know, it didn't seem to bother him at all, and it was so hot that my phone's overheated. As a trainer, how hard is it for you to get him to relax and to pull back?
You know, he's never been one that he had to pull back, or he's never been one that you know, overdid it or overtrained, so to speak. That's not been a situation that we've ever had to deal with. But he's definitely been one, if you ask him to do more, he's going to do more, you know. So a perfect example of that, yesterday, we had our peak sparring session. Left-hander with, you know, 20, 25 wins or so. Been in 2 or 3 world championship fights. He weighed 190 pounds yesterday. And Shawn's in there with him. They go 12 rounds. And I send my assistant over to the other corner. And I say, hey, offer them some more money to give us a 13th round. And I said it quietly. Shawn didn't know about it. I said it quietly. I said, offer them some more money to give us 13 rounds. And Shawn's in the corner with me. I'm giving him water. And I looked at him and I said, hey, I see it in you. I said, let's go this 13th round. He didn't even look at me. He didn't shrug his shoulders, his head, or turn his eyes or nothing. He just turned around and waited for the bell to ring. 13 rounds of speed, 13 rounds of power, 13 rounds of intensity. And he gave it to me every round, and it never faded. It was there the whole entire time. So, you know, he's definitely one that most people wish they could have, and most people don't have.
Now, a lot of people they point to the last few fights, the Ugas fight and the Danny Garcia fight. It was a much different Shawn Porter, you know, than we used to see them with the Andre Berto fight. You know, pressure style. You was using, you know, a lot of different styles. You know, I want to say you was mixing it up, right? Can we expect that version of Shawn Porter versus Errol Spence? You still there?
Who's that question for?
Oh, for either or.
Go ahead, Shawn.
Hey, now you answer it.
In this particular fight, and you know, without getting into details, and it's not because of this fight, just because, as I was saying to somebody today, when somebody was asking them about their business, they have a internet-based media business, and somebody was saying, "Oh, if I do a couple things, I could probably start my own." And the person was telling them, "Nah, it's not that easy. It's not that simple. But I could do what you're doing, and I could do my own. It's just not that easy. It's not that simple." So for me to tell you guys, this is what we're going to do, or that's what we're going to do, it's not that simple. It's not that easy. There's 100,000 things that go into it to make it happen, to make it work. We're prepared to do all those things, as I said to Shawn the other day. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but a lot is required in order for you to be successful in this fight. He's giving me all of that. So every fight that we've had in his professional career has been fight specific. Most people don't understand those terms because I coined them myself. I don't run around telling people or explaining this kind of thing to people because it's too complicated. It's just too complicated. But it's fight specific. So I may do something, or we may do something specifically for a certain type of fighter that will make us successful if we see that. And in the particular fight we're talking about, the Ugas fight, regardless of what people thought we were supposed to do when we got in the ring, how we were supposed to fight, how we were supposed to look, regardless of what they thought, I knew that the kid didn't have the ability to box with Shawn. So I exploited that. He himself admitted after 5-6 rounds, he was confused. Do you do that exact same thing with the guy you're getting ready to fight? Probably not. But again, it's fight specific. So they're two different type of fighters.
Right.
So we're going to do a lot of things that may not be what people expect. Maybe some of the things are what people expect. Maybe those things work. Maybe they don't. We try other things. But the thing that you got to know, no matter what, we come in to fight, we come in to win.
Now, I saw that you guys said that you guys are going to bring in Demetrius Andrade. You know, I know you guys have a relationship with Demetrius Andrade for sparring. Was he in sparring? Did you guys spar him?
No, Demetrius had his mom was taken ill, and he was home with her, taking care of her, and he stayed in communication with us to try to make it happen. And then she got better, and then things, kind of turned again. She's doing better now, but, in that kind of situation, the best thing for him to do was stay with his mom and not come out and work with us just for one day. So we had the best work we could have possibly gotten. We had a 190-pound guy who was big, strong, punching hard, and nonstop, and you know, it worked out best for us the way it worked out.
Hey, Shawn, I saw Kenny and I saw Barry. They feel like this is the best training camp you had thus far in your career. Do you feel like this is the best training camp you had thus far in your career?
Yeah, I agree. I think collectively, you know, we try to always be mindful and hit every component of my life. Basically, what I mean by that is emotionally, physically, psychologically, spiritually, mentally. We try to hit every aspect of my life before the fight so that we are prepared. And I can tell you, we've done each and every one of those things time and time again in a way that we haven't before in any other camp. So, yeah, this is the best camp I've ever had.
Wow. Man, I can't wait. I'm excited for this fight, man. Hey, Curry Anderson, you got any last words, man? I know you guys are busy. I appreciate you guys for coming on. Curry Anderson, you got any last questions you have for Kenny and Shawn?
Yes, Kenny and Shawn, I just want to thank you for your time. You know, a lot of people don't really understand the psychological part of boxing. You know, there's a lot that go into it. And like I've been following you guys since practically day one. I'm just a, you know, I can't live without boxing, but you know, it takes a special kind of guy to climb in the ring, you know, especially with your throwback style, Shawn. And we, you know, we want to wish you luck, and you know, we'll be there, man. We just want to enjoy the fight. And you know, Kenny, you know, thank you for your time, you know, because you didn't have to do this, but you did, and we're grateful.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I can't wait. I absolutely can't wait for this fight. I'll see you guys out there fight week, and I absolutely can't wait. Prayers to both of you, especially you, Shawn, stepping in that ring. I just want to tell you that as a fans, you know, we appreciate you. Every time you step through that ropes, you risk your life for our entertainment. We know that, you know, you get a reward for it, you know, and it's your lifestyle as well. But for the most part, it's for the fans' entertainment, and you put your life on the line. The sport of boxing, we know, is very, very dangerous. We see, you know, too many things happen all too often. And I just want to let you know that we appreciate you, you know, appreciate your time, brother. And best of luck to you and prayers to you, man.
Thank you, fellas. And man, I appreciate you, Blue Bro. We'll see you next week, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll be there Wednesday.
Good deal. See you soon, man.
All right. See you later, man. All right, Kenny, I appreciate you.
Take care, y'all.
Take care.
Take care.
All right, peace. All right, people. So y'all see, Kurt, what you think about that?
Man, this throw gasoline on fire, man. Now I don't know what to do, man. I'm going crazy, man. I just can't wait, man. You know, you talking to the actual fighter just makes you just more, you know, curious of what's going to happen. There's a lot of nervous energy, and I'm not even in the ring. I'm just a guy that's going to be observing, you know. So, hey, man, it's nothing like the sport of boxing, man. When you have a fight of this magnitude, unification, welterweight division, you know. So, hey, man, let's get it on.
Yeah, I'm super excited, man. I can't, you know, I had a lot of things going on behind the scenes. That's why we couldn't come on yesterday, you know, little distracted and things of that nature, man. And to be honest, I wasn't even in tune with heading over there, man, because I have so much stuff on my brain. But, you know, this is exciting, man. This is exciting, man. If you know, regardless of who you're going for, regardless of who you think is going to win, regardless of, you know, what you think the outcome is going to be, you know what I mean? You love the sport of boxing, and you're excited because it's two A-level fighters fighting at a high level, and they're going to mix it up at the end of the day for our entertainment, man. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited, man. And like I said, man, I appreciate Kenny and Shawn coming on, man. You know, good thing, man. We got the lines open, man. Y'all could call in now, man. The lines is back open. If you didn't know, we just had Kenny Porter, trainer of two-time welterweight world champion, current WBC world champion, Showtime Shawn Porter, who will be taking on undefeated IBF welterweight superstar boxer Earl the True Spence Jr. next Saturday. It's going down, man. We got a caller, Kurt.
Yes, sir.
Get to it. Let's get to it, my peopleizations. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Talking along, man. Peace, Blue, man. You and Kurt Sugar, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all killing it right now, baby. Y'all killing it right now, son.
You already knew. New York in the building. What's good with you,
Is this my Brick City brethren?
Yeah, that's the Brick City brethren right there.
Newark Stand Up, the home of Marvelous Marvin Hagley. What's up, Tom?
You already know. Kurt Sugar, what's good, baby?
I'm
man. Blue, man, I appreciate you, man. Like I said all the time, salute to you, man. You don't have work. I'm doing a drive-by like as usual, man.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Man. Hey, listen, man. For that right there, you know, like this is what we're trying to explain to everybody. First of all, smash the like button, man.
Yes.
Give my man Blue, smash the like button. Let's stop playing. Yo, smash the like button.
Smash that like button, man. Come on, man.
Yes, let's get that out the way. And you know, like I said, Blue, baby, you know, we're trying to let everybody know what the LGBT is bringing to the table, man. Like, you know, brothers like you, BFT Boxing, 78, Backfight fan, like, yo, man, come on, man. Kurt, y'all, man, listen, y'all bringing it, man. Y'all getting these exclusive interviews. Y'all giving us good content. And, you know, like they, you know, y'all behind these boxers need to get on board and stop dealing with, you know, the other channels, man, to deal with us. We're going to get it done for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We support the brothers. You know, we support the boxers. You know, they put their lives on the line every time they go in that ring, man. So, you know, and LDPC, you know, was bringing that content. We have a voice now, you know what I'm saying? So we got to keep getting that interviews and bringing good content, man, and keeping us updated on what's going on, man. Salute to y'all, man. I wouldn't have it no other way, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you already know, man. We appreciate you, man. I try to tell the people, man, we're gonna do it big over here, man. You know, I wasn't gonna bring on. I had told Kurt, man, we wasn't gonna bring on no special guests or nothing until next week. You know, but you know, listen, why wait? You know what I'm saying? Why wait, man?
Man, let's get this channel up. You know, let's get this thing up, man. You know, you got your other channel, but this channel right here is for us to call in. You got, you know, the live content going on. This is for us, you know, as the LDVC to call in and check in, man, and do our drive-by, you know. And that's what we love about this thing right here, bro. You know what I mean? Shout out to you, man, for it. You know what I mean? I appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you, champ. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, man, I'm going to get back to work and shut this building down, man. You know, it's Friday night, man. It's party time.
Yes, sir.
17:30. You already know. Man, salute to the LDPC, man. Kurt Sugar, man. One love. Brick City in the building. Brownsville in the building.
Salute.
Shout out, man. You already know.
Salute, Brick City brethren. Peace.
Peace,
brother.
All right.
What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, it's Chris Brown 45 in Dallas, Texas. Stand up.
My brother, Chris Brown 45. Shout out to Cassie, man.
Shout out to Cassie. What's good?
Ain't nothing, man. What's good?
Man, I was just wanting to get you and Kurt's take on the fight, because I mean, this is the spirit of boxing. I feel like it's not going to be a walk in the park for Earl, and I also feel like it's not going to be as easy as some think that it's going to be stepping into the ring with Earl. So I was trying to figure out who you guys got and what's your reasoning.
All right, cool. So, you want to go ahead and start that off, Kurt?
Yeah, man, I'm excited, man. Chris Brown, what's up? You know, I got Spence, man, but I give a lot of credit to Porter, man. He's tough. He's not going to get his full credit until, you know, it depends what happened next Saturday, but he's a throwback fighter. He's a swarmer. He reminds me of a fighter from the 80s from Texas named Frankie Warren. You know, look him up. Shawn Porter fights just like that. And he's tough, man. He walked through some hellacious punches, man, by Thurman and Garcia. He can box. You know, early in his career, he fought a guy named Juan Diaz where he boxed. I think they had 2 fights. The first fight was a draw. But, you know, it's a fight between 2 A-level combatants, and it gets no better than that. I like Spence because I think, you know, Spence, you know, with his jab, you know, you don't know what Porter going to do, but I'm just, you know, just going by what I think is going to happen. If Porter fights in close, Spence is going to use the jab and then go to the body with combinations. But he has to make it an ugly fight. He can increase his chances by pushing Spence back. So it's going to be a rough and tough fight. And Porter going to have his moments. I pick Spence, but anything can happen, man. I'm just looking forward to the fight, really. I'm that excited. That's why I'm thinking as I'm talking to you, man.
Yeah, man. I think that anything could happen in this fight, man. I think, like I said, I feel like, at times Errol goes into this high guard, he gets flat-footed, and you can outwork Errol Spence. You know what I mean? So when it comes to that, I definitely think that, I think that people are shorting Shawn Porter, because Errol Spence is slated as the future. You know what I mean? He's slated as the future of the sport of boxing. Pardon the ice cream truck in the back, my peopleizations. It seems like every time we on and running, you know what I mean, they come out, man. Now we got the old ice cream truck, man. It's 40 degrees here in New York, and we got the ice cream truck. He ain't selling ice cream. He ain't just selling ice cream. So I want y'all to understand that. You know what I'm saying? But back to the fight at hand, yeah, I definitely think that that Shawn Porter could surprise people. You know what I'm saying? I think that, it's the sport of boxing, and he's a high-level athlete. You know what I mean? And I think that people look at the skills, and anything can happen in the sport of boxing, man. So, listen, would I be that overly surprised if Shawn Porter was to defeat Errol Spence? No. Right? I just think that it's a uphill battle for Shawn, but I can't wait. That's why we got the fight, and I can't wait. So we're going to get to my brother, Chris Brown 45, man. I appreciate you, brother. You still there?
Hello.
Who's that, my brother Matthew Valentine?
Yeah, this is Matt Valentine. What's going on, beloved? How are you?
A peace and blessings to you. Where you calling from, man? Let the people know.
Shout out from the home of Kurt Sugar, the boxing doctor, Brick City, North New Jersey. What's good with the family?
Oh, that's what it is, man. Brick City again. Heavy up in here. Newark stand out, man.
We going hard, man. But I love this boxing talk, man. Like, Blue, I want to tell you, bro, like, much respect. Much respect to what you're doing, man. Like, you're showing brothers that dreams come true. What you're doing and all the other beloveds from the LBBC, man, it's real.
Oh, man.
It's real. And it don't stop, man. Don't stop the ground, man. Don't stop, man. It's great.
Yeah, the grind, you know me, man. The grind don't stop, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate those words, man. I do this.
It's the fight, man.
I do this for you, man. I do this for you.
We already know.
Man, I do it for y'all, man. And I'm headed to LA on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking to my wife. I got a lot going on. Like I told y'all, y'all know on Hot Nothing, man. I got a lot going on right now. I'm trying to iron out some things with the family. But guess what? I'm still going to jump on that Iron Bird, head to LA, cross the country, and get this good old content for y'all. You dig what I'm saying? Because the grind don't stop. You know what I mean? So we gonna get it in. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you, my brother. But go ahead, cook on that fight.
We definitely appreciate it, man. I've been grinding with you from the beginning. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a diehard, Earl the Truth Spence. You already know that.
Yes, sir.
But like, man, look, as far as this fight's concerned, man, we want Earl to win. But anything could happen, So Shawn, in as much as it appears that people do not support Shawn, we support Shawn Porter. He's a brother. But on this occasion, man, it's man down. And so, we send love out to, Kenny and Shawn and all that they do. Any man who understands the struggle knows that it's a blessing what Kenny and Shawn are doing in the boxing game today. But more than that, man, we appreciate the coverage. We appreciate all the content. We appreciate brothers like you and Kurt and, like I said, all the others who get down, man, and just keep it 100% true all the way through. Even though you ain't got to please everybody, man. You ain't got to agree with everybody, but we know that blue blood is keeping it 100% all the time. We appreciate that. So I just want to call in, man, and support, man. I support whenever I can. And I'm glad that you're keeping our big brother Kurt in the loop. Sugar, I got to see you, man. I've been listening to you on Broad Market, bro. But just keep doing what you're doing, man. But hashtag LDBC forever and man down on the 28th.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for taking my call, big bro. Okay?
You already know. You already know. No thanks needed.
1 second before you go, we're going. I'm gonna put my my Gmail, and we'll talk on the phone, and we'll meet up. You know, man. You know, we'll meet up, man. We'll have lunch or something, man, and talk some boxing, man.
Excellent. I was trying to hook up with you at the Shakur fight, but you know I couldn't get in touch with you. So put your email in, and I'll hit you. All right.
Okay. All right.
All right. Westside.
Yep. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yep. I got you.
What's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, it's Anthony Lumar calling from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Oh, shout out to Louisiana, my brother. What's good with you?
What's going on, man? Really, I want to ask you something. They really ain't got nothing to do with Spence or Porter.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what happened. Why you had to get off YouTube, like the fight before the Anthony Joshua fight.
Oh, the NBA, man. The NBA gave me a strike, man.
Okay.
The NBA took me down, man. It was the NBA, man.
Well, yeah, I just want to say thank you for all the content you've been putting out, man. I keep watching you, keep grinding, man.
I appreciate you, champ. 1,000%.
All right.
Appreciate
Bye.
you. Yeah, keep calling in. Get the calls in, man. We got to 8 p.m. because you know the General 7A Sports TV will be coming on 8 p.m., man. So make sure y'all get them calls in. We got the lines open. So here we go. What's your name? Where you calling from? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh yeah, what's up, Blue Blood? This is Reggie, man. I'm calling out here from Vegas. I'm South Central born and raised.
My brother Reggie Owens?
Yes, indeed. What's happening, man?
What's shaking with you, Reggie?
Reggie.
Nothing, man. What's happening, man? I had to pay homage to you dudes, man. I'm up here at work enjoying the hell out that interview. Great questions, great responses. That was fire, man. And my thing, I'm mad because that super chat ain't active.
Oh,
what y'all
yeah.
doing out there, man? Hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, just hit the subscribe button, man. We're going to get the super chats going, man. You know, just in enough time, you know what I mean? But what I'm going to do is next week, I'm going to have PayPal and things of that nature so the people could donate and, you know, that through that, you know, through that method. So we're going to have that in the chat, the link in the chat, you know, things of that nature. But, you know, so good. We building up. We're going to get there. Y'all know what it is, man.
Yes, indeed, man. This is mega, man, what y'all, everybody doing with the big platforms. Like I say, the way I look at it, man, what is being done rivals what these major corporations are doing. You do these platforms right, the way it's structured, beautiful, beautiful. Can't nothing touch what's going on. And that was an epic interview, man. Them dudes was open. The responses to everything was brilliant, man. That was brilliant stuff right there.
I appreciate you, bro. I
yes,
appreciate
indeed,
you, man.
Yeah, Reggie, good dude. Reg,
yes,
you know,
sir.
I've been out here streaming, man. Reggie, good dude, man. Shout out to Reggie Owens.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes, indeed. Appreciate that, OG.
Absolutely. Brother Reggie
All
Owens,
right,
man.
now,
Hey, Reggie, tell the people, man, that
yeah.
time we was on the live stream, right? And me, you, and Dante and Money, right?
Oh, right.
And the stream ended, man. Me, Reggie, and Money. Dante fell asleep, man. We stayed on till about almost 5 o'clock in the morning, man.
Yeah, we was on about 4 more hours.
Yeah. Man, we must have been on there till almost 5 o'clock in the morning, man. Word.
Yeah, we was chopping, man. That was a great chopper too, man.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you, Reggie. You gonna be at the fight?
Doubt, man. I'll be having my kids with me, so I won't even be able to make it.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can pull some last minute things. I rather watch it at home. I like viewing those fights from the television.
Yeah, you get better angles. I feel your pain.
Yeah.
I definitely feel your pain.
But I'm gonna fall back so you can get these calls because I know people want to talk about this epic moment right here, man.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you, champ.
No problem, for sure, man.
All right. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's happening, Blue? This is Dre. Dre Finder 22 from the DMV, man.
Salute to the DMV, man.
Yes, no doubt, man. I just want to call up, say, man, I appreciate you and Kurt, man. Yeah, hey, man, y'all do a great thing for boxing, man. I just want to say shout out, man. And by the way, man, family, get them like buttons pushed, man. Stop pushing that like button.
Yeah, it's a fact, man.
Blue, man, but man, it was a great interview, man.
I appreciate you,
man. Salute to the DMV, the LDBC. It's a great thing, man.
Appreciate you, champ.
We're gonna make this thing. All right, my brother. Peace and love.
Yes, sir. Peace and love.
Take care, sugar.
Hey, you too, man. I got knocked off, man. Peace and love, my brother.
Peace and love, my brother.
What that? YouTube pushed you off, Kurt?
Nah, when I get a call, man, it knocks me off for some reason. You know, then I had to come back. Yes, you know, I hate when people call me. But,
what's your name? Where you calling from?
This Corn 43 calling from Tampa, Florida.
Oh, my brother, what's shaking with you?
What's good, man?
Ain't nothing, man. Hey,
yeah, man, that was a good interview, man.
I appreciate you, champ. Hey, man, tell the people about your little man, man.
Well, first off, y'all can follow him at Quan. We're at best 7-year-old boxer. And, you know, he's only 7 and he's pushing. I push him hard, make sure he get good work. And, you know, I just want him to be what we all want to see.
Yep. He an animal, man. I'm going to take those clips that you got and I'm going to edit them up and I'm going to have it as a part of my intro, man.
Oh, yeah, well, that's cool, man. I appreciate that, man. That's cool. If you need me to send you something with him saying it's Blue Bud, let me know. I do a few clips like that.
Do that, family.
Okay, cool. I got you.
Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna make this too long because I know everybody trying to call in. It took me some time to get in.
Yeah, yeah. It's this blowing up while we talking, but it's all good. That's what we looking for.
Yeah, man. Y'all hit that like button, man, and come to subscribe to Blue Blood, man.
Yes, sir. The grind, man.
Right. Appreciate you, bro.
Hey, I watched. He got a clip. Man, his son stopped the. I was talking about the one where he stopped the kid, made the kid cry, man, sparring.
Oh yeah, man. Oh man, and that was back when he was 6. I know exactly what you were talking about. Man. He was 6 back then. Oh man, he done improved so much since then. Oh my God.
Yeah, I listen. I showed it to my son every day. My 8-year-old son. He like, hey, take me to the gym. Take me to the gym. Hey, he gonna be the truth. Man. He gonna be the truth, man.
My boy been in us since he was 3, man.
He gonna be the truth, man. Hey, Kurt, did you ever see your son, Kurt?
Nah.
Shout out to Kurt too. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? Nah, I never seen your son. I want to check him out.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the clips and the links, man. Okay. Man.
Yeah, you can follow him at best 7-year-old boxer, best 7_year-old boxer.
Mm-hmm. He gonna
that's what it is, man.
Yeah, he a natural, Kurt. He got a sparring clip up, and he sent me, man. And hey, man, you gotta see it, Kurt, man. He caught the kid, man, made the kid cry, man. Kid just stopped right mid sparring, just stopped and just started crying, man.
Yeah, man. He a beast, man.
Yeah. He got
Y'all gotta check him out, fam.
Yeah, he got the feel for it. He's natural. You know what I'm saying? Some kids you could just see. You know, that's the sport for them, and some kids this ain't the sport for them. That's definitely the sport for him.
That's his sport, man. Oh my God, we pull up on gyms, man. Kids don't even want to. They don't want none of that.
Yeah, no, I can tell. I can tell. Man, he a beast. Hey, bro, let me get to these other callers. I appreciate you.
All right, appreciate you.
Yeah, make that send me that joint so I can start editing it.
I got you.
I appreciate you.
Bye.
What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's happening, Blue? What's happening, Kurt? This Underground Asylum. What's going on, fellas?
Hey, what's up, brother?
Underground. What's shaking?
Ain't nothing, man. Just wanted to say appreciate everything you're doing and stuff. And I wanted to find out, when you out there in LA for the fight, what kind of coverage we gonna get, man? Are you gonna be able to do anything live?
Oh yeah, when I go live at the weigh-in and you know, things of that nature, it's going to be on the other channel because this channel right now it don't permit me to go live mobile. You know, so it got to be from a computer. So it will be on the other channel, but I'm going to I want to set it up to where, you know, if it's feasible that I could set this up, and I'm gonna go live on the other channel, but let that play by itself, and me and Kurt could be live discussing the weigh-in. So I kind of want to be live on both channels, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? But that live you would be able to see them stepping on the scales, and this live would be me and Kurt discussing what we see and things of that nature. So we'll be able to watch it, you know, live on that channel, but you know what I mean, we'll be able to discuss it. So that's the plan. Don't hold me to it, because you know, internet and things of that nature.
Y'all keep grinding, the grind don't stop.
You already know. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, champ.
Salute.
What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Ramesses Shooting III, calling from Maryville, Arizona. What up with it?
Ramsey, what's good?
Oh man, just calling in. Congratulate you on that dope ass interview, man. That shit gave me a whole new respect for the Porters, man. So salute to you for that.
I appreciate you, champ. I appreciate you, man.
Oh man. Yeah, man, that was a good look though for the whole community. Shit, that's all I wanted to say, man. I ain't gonna hold the line, you know. Shout out to the LDBC and death to the trolls.
Yes, sir. Salute to you, King. Appreciate you.
Salute, family.
What's your name? Where you calling from?
Mike Hennigan, Washington, D.C.
Oh, Mike Hennigan, what's good,
Mike?
Man?
What's up, Kirk? What's up? What's up, Blue Buzz Sports TV?
I'm just a squirrel in your world trying to get a nut, bro.
What's up, Kirk Sugar, the boxing legend, boxing historian?
Oh, man, this is Mike Hennigan, man. I talked to Mike behind the scenes, man. That's a good dude. Mike is a good dude, man. Glad you called, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say, I'm not going to keep your brothers long. I just want to say it was an excellent interview. Got the world shaking, live interview. Blue Buzz Sports TV, the best YouTube channel on the earth right now.
I appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you, man. This is just a chip of the iceberg, man. We're gonna do big things. You heard? We're gonna do big things. Right. And shouts out to the DMV, Chocolate City, man. DC.
Yes. Appreciate you, Blue. Appreciate you for your work, Kirk Sugar Anderson. I'll give you a call, brother. You and I will always rap behind the scenes.
Appreciate
Absolutely,
you,
Mike, man. Salute to you, brother.
All right, thanks, brothers.
Appreciate you. Yeah, Kurt, man. You know, so, you know, I plan for us to do a lot of big things here, man. You know, that's the plan. You guys don't know, me and Kurt, you know, we got another caller. We can't even get it in, Kurt.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
What's your name? Where you calling from?
How's it going, brother? This is Chris from North Cali.
Chris, what's good?
Good, man. So I got a couple questions. You know, I'm not gonna try to keep you long. You know, I know you got your shit going on. So who you think is gonna take Spence and Porter?
I think that I favor Errol Spence to win the fight. But I think it's gonna be a much tougher fight than people anticipate. I think
definitely for the inside game and being tough. Definitely.
And and I see, you know, what Shawn Porter can do to be successful. The thing is, do we have the physical tools to do it? Right?
Yeah, that's right.
You know, Errol. See, you know, we got a situation where the rubber is going to meet the road, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Right, and I've seen in a lot of fights where Errol just goes. I continue to say it. If you watch Errol's fights, you know he has this hang up where if you're coming forward, even in the Mikey Garcia fight, right? He didn't do it as much in the Mikey Garcia fight, but he has a tendency to go into a high guard shell and just flat-footed and just kind of stand there, right?
That's right. Now leave him vulnerable.
That's right. And you know that leaves Shawn to be able to outwork him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I definitely feel like Shawn can outwork him. You know, but in those moments is when Errol's gonna have to work. Because Shawn is not going to let him think. Shawn is not going to let him breathe. You know, he's looking to make Errol uncomfortable. He's looking to make him, you know, think under pressure. He's looking to make him think when he's tired. You know, so we can already find out a lot about both guys. What you think, Kurt?
That's right.
Absolutely, man. Go breakdown, man.
That's nothing because
our favorite Earl, but
hold on. With all these fights, all these fights dunking each other. You think it's the promotion or it's the fighters themselves? Because there's a lot of good matches that can be made that are being held back.
But hold on, let me let I'm gonna let Kurt answer the first question.
That's right, brother.
Yeah, I think when you have two A-list fighters, anything can happen. Our favorite Earl, but he said he's going for the knockout, and that could be a mistake, man. Because when a fighter says he's going for a knockout, he tends to overshoot his punches, and that could leave Earl vulnerable. You don't want to do that, and sometimes a underdog fights above himself. If you're an A-list fighter and you fight above yourself, your opponent could become ripe for an upset. So Earl got to be smart too, because Shawn's going to be there, and I got a feeling, man, he's going to bring the ruckus, man. So it's going to be interesting because their strengths play into each other.
Yeah, I definitely I agree, Kurt, man. It's going to be that's why I said it's a rubber meets the road type of situation. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely that. But go ahead. What's your name? Where you calling from, brother? No, you could go ahead, my brother, and you can unmute yourself.
Oh, okay, cool.
Uh-huh.
It's your boy, I Am Ill Will, calling from Sarcac, the 864. What's good, family?
What's shaking with you, King?
Man, I can't, bro. I thoroughly enjoyed that interview, man. Man, they gave me a brand new respect for Shawn Porter and good old Kenny, man. I can't wait to see this fight, man. I'm just as anxious as you guys, man. I got goosebumps waiting for this film, bro.
Yeah, man. I listen. If you're not excited about this fight as a boxing fan, and see, this is another thing I want to say about that, right? Too many people like to discredit the opposition in order to build up the guy their favorite fighter. But if you say that Shawn Porter doesn't have the skills, if you say that Shawn Porter is doesn't have a good resume, if you say Shawn Porter is this and you say Shawn Porter is that, then how could you give Errol Spence any credit if he wins the fight, right? So, you should be excited about this fight because this is a top-notch fight for both guys. Both guys these are A-level fighters, regardless of what people want to say about Shawn Porter, because they don't like Shawn Porter. They don't favor his style. You know what I mean? But that don't mean he's not a good fighter just because he don't get the job done the way you think he should get the job done. Listen, Keith Thurman didn't walk through Shawn Porter. Actually, Shawn Porter walked right through Keith Thurman's power and was in his chest all night, right? Kell Brook didn't walk through Shawn Porter. Kell Brook did a lot of excessive holding in that fight, right? And if he's so easy, then why nobody dominates him? So you know what I'm saying? So these guys there's a reason why people Manny Pacquiao's team don't want to see him in the ring with Shawn Porter. Why not? Shouldn't he be an easy out for Manny Pacquiao? What you think, Kurt?
Absolutely, man. First, man, Shawn Porter is not easy. His style, man, that dude is strong, man. I broke him down. That dude is very, very strong, man. Has a lot of will, man. So, Manny Pacquiao don't want to see certain fighters. He don't want to see Shawn Porter. He don't. It's a style nightmare for him, man. It really is, man. Shawn Porter might eat him. But it's not easy. It's not easy fighting a guy like that.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. So, to not be excited about this fight, is utterly ridiculous, regardless of who you favor. You got to be excited. If you're a fan of the sport of boxing, you best be excited about this fight, because this is a fight we're going to have the rubber meet the road. So, you best be excited. So I get your excitement because I'm excited too, bro.
Yeah, hey, Blue. I continue to say this. Shawn Porter has one of the best resumes at welterweight. I don't understand how people can be so dismissive of Shawn Porter not having a dog's chance of going in there and fighting, possibly winning the fight.
But I mean, even though I'm an Earl Spence fan, I mean, you can't dispute that. He got the best resume, in my opinion, that I've seen in a long time, just about any fighter. You know what I mean? But, you know, I mean, I can't wait to see the fight. That's one of those fights you just got to see in the ring, man. And I can't wait to see it, man. I got goosebumps, man. But shout out to the LGBC, man. Appreciate you having me on, bro. Hey, salute to Kurt Sugar, man. Hey, shout out to everybody out there in the chat. I'll let you guys later, man.
Salute to you, bro.
Salute, bro. Salute.
Y'all can call back in, man. Hey, Kurt, we had 29 people on hold right now, Kurt, and we only got 20 minutes.
Wow.
What's your name? Where you calling from?
Calling from Ohio, Columbus, Ohio.
Ohio. I knew them Ohio. Kurt, I knew it was a matter of time for them Ohio boys start to come out.
Hey, Kurt. Hey, Blue Blood, man. Love the show. First thing I want to say, man, this is Marcus, Ohio Runs Boxing. Y'all already know what it is.
Yeah, I knew who it was.
Hey, listen, man. Y'all had a lot of great. You got a great lineage in Ohio, man. You Boom Boom Mancini and Harry Arroyo. You know, a lot of people probably don't know who that is. Ezra Charles, Aaron Pryor, Adrian Broner, Tony Tubbs. I can go on and on, man. Buster Douglas. You know, so, you know, Ohio, hey, man, y'all got a great lineage, man. And I'm going to tell you a quick story. You know, when I was coaching amateurs in Newark, Ohio, they had a boxing club in Ohio that came to Newark. Out of 13 amateur fights, y'all won 11. Wow. Y'all cleaned this out, man.
I've heard that before, man. I appreciate it, man. I want to say, man, y'all are one of the two non-biased, consistent guys I have seen in a long time, man. And that's a praise, man. We as boxing fans and some of us that's boxing journalists that follow y'all, we appreciate that because y'all know how to take y'all emotions away from fighters y'all like and just call the fight how y'all see it. I love that. And I don't think that get enough praise, man. I love that, man. I'm a Shawn Porter. I'm an Ohio guy. I troll here and there, but at the same time, we gonna praise Earl. We want Earl to be the best in the division. What we look like calling him easy work? He ain't this. He ain't faced nobody. We want him to be the best because when we beat him, it's gonna elevate Art. It's gonna elevate Shawn. Mm-hmm. So Blue Blood just nailed it. You guys are talk low. When Mikey beat Robert Easter, that's a good win. That's a great win. You're not going to discredit that. So it's Robert, or he didn't look good in his last fight. No, he beat a champion who could be he can actually win another championship in the future. So, you know, I love that you two guys are consistent. Y'all break down fights the way y'all see it, man. And I appreciate that. But I want to keep it short. You know I'm rolling with Shawn. It's gonna be a great fight, man. The closer it gets, the more and more anxious we get. In Ohio boxing, we live for this. We've been here. I was with Willie Nelson when he was fighting Tony Harrison. He was the underdog. You know what I'm saying? He was the underdog. Tony Harrison was undefeated. We beat him. Kelly Pavlik, Jermaine Taylor, undefeated. We beat him. Darnell Boone gave Adonis Stevenson his first loss. Darnell Boone, Youngstown, Ohio. We've seen it. We've been there. So if the list goes on, Buster Douglas, Tyson, we've seen it. Undefeated, take their record. And we're going to try to take it September 28th, baby. That's what we're going to try to do.
Yes, sir.
We're going to try to take it September 28th. But I love the show, man. I appreciate y'all. And just keep doing what y'all doing. Just stay consistent. Man, I love it. I love it. Never love, man.
Appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you. Go ahead, keep them callers coming in, man. Y'all got about 15 minutes. I know I got y'all. We got 33 people on hold, Kurt.
Oh man, that's great to me, man. They anxious. People want to call in and talk to us, man. And that's why the show is popping, man. You know, the chemistry with me and you, and hey, man, we're gonna do big things, man. We already doing big things, man. We had an A-list fighter that's involved in a big fight next week. A lot of channels can't produce that, and Blue Blood is a legend, man. He's always on the front lines. I'm just glad that he gave me a platform to be on, man, and share my knowledge, man. And remember, people, it's not about who knows more. It's about a brotherhood, a movement, you know, that's coming together, and as family, we can talk boxing, man. We have the LDBC has monopolized boxing on YouTube. That's why certain people are mad. We have monopolized boxing, and you know who you are. You know, you always talk about your boxing knowledge. You know, and the LDBC this. Well, I'm part of LDBC. If you ever want that smoke, just whistle, and I'll be there so I can blow your doors off with knowledge.
Yep. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, this B&B boxing up here in Minnesota again, calling in. I can't believe I made it on, man. Salute, Kurt, Blood. Hey, man, y'all doing y'all thing, bro.
Salute, brother.
Salute.
I gotta say, man, the LDBC for 9 actually introduced me to the LDBC. I've been rocking with y'all since day one. I'm glad we got this whole platform, LDBC. I could go from the morning all the way to the night, which I do when I'm at work, because I be in everybody's chat, but I can't say nothing because I be at work, you know what I'm saying? But I got y'all in my ear all the time. But that interview was awesome, bro.
Appreciate you.
And Kirk, and I really want to know, what do you think it is that you know, because, Kenny said, you know, he fights specific to fighters. Now that he got me on edge. Now I want to know what he got to bring for Eric. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm saying that.
Repeat his question, Blue. I'm sorry, brother. Repeat his question, Blue, for me.
You can hear him? You can hear him, Kurt?
Yeah, repeat his question, because I couldn't really hear him that well.
He gonna say it again right now.
Okay.
The specific when Kenny Porter said that he's fighter specific when he trains Shawn. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think? What are your ideas that come in your head when you think what's the specific thing that we gonna see on the 28th?
You got it, Kurt?
Yeah. Well, I'm quite sure Kenny knows Earl a lot better than he let on. You know, he don't want to let the game plan out. You know, but I'm quite sure he's putting together something, because Kenny Porter is not a bad trainer. He's not at all. You know, I think he don't get enough credit, because, you know, the point of a trainer to get you have a fighter get the maximum ability, even if he's not highly skilled, but you get the maximum ability out of your fighter. That's why Robert Garcia is a good trainer. You know, you've seen the improvement of Maidana, you know, and then, you know, and the same with Kenny. You know, but he has a game plan set for Shawn, because he already broke down Earl Spence. Whether that plan will be executed, we don't know. So, you know, that's what I think about Kenny Porter.
That's the stuff. I love your breakdowns, bro, man. I appreciate all y'all, man. Boxing ain't nothing without the LDBC, man. We need y'all up in here, man. For real, all day, every day. For real.
Appreciate that. Appreciate it, man.
Real. I'll let y'all, man. LDC all day.
All right, my brother. All right, my peopleizations, man. Let's keep it in. We got 36 callers on the line, man. 36. The numbers keep rising, man. We got 10 minutes, man. You know, but keep them coming. You know, listen. We're gonna continue to build this platform. We appreciate y'all, man. We're gonna continue to have special guests on the show. You know, when a fight gets this close and it's this magnitude of a fight, you know, normally we're gonna allow you guys to call in and talk and ask a question. But when it's a fight this close, this magnitude, you know, we just want to hear out, you know, the fighters, the trainers, and things of that nature. But we're going to continue to build this platform. We're going to continue to build, you know, the sport of boxing, man. That's what we're going to continue to do, man. You know, that's why we're here, you know. We're putting it together, man. But here we go. We got another caller, Kurt. We're going to allow another call in. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Bo One calling from the Nappy City.
My brother Bo One, what's shaking with you?
Oh man, it's all gravy, baby. Friday been a long week, but hey, we got about 8 days until it's time for the get down. Yeah. Salute, big brother Kurt, the historian. Salute, my brother.
Hey, Bo, man, what's going on with you? Bo One, man, what's up? Good to hear from you, brother. Glad you call in, man. Appreciate it.
It's good to be here, hey, man. I love this platform, bro. Hey, man, y'all keep us engaged. This interaction, hey, that means a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Because it gives us a voice. Us cats that ain't got, you know what I'm saying? We're not content providers that's in the LDDC. You know, gives us a chance, man, to kind of voice a few opinions and, you know, get a little bit of feedback from you cats, man, that stay on the grind. So I heard it. I seen it in the chat. One of the guys mentioned, you know, can Spence take 20 power punches from Shawn Porter? We know Shawn Porter can, you know, man, hey, he got a nice little jaw on him. So that's going to be really, really interesting. Maybe wrestle you, smother your punches and smother his own at the same time. He's shorter than Spence, and this man, I believe, is a lot stronger than what people give him credit for. So it makes me feel like anything can happen with this fight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, anything could possibly happen because I believe Shawn Porter is a lot strong. I think he's he's a strong puncher. I think he's a pretty good strong puncher. I don't think he places his punches the same way that Earl does. I think it's going to be interesting. I don't expect for him to necessarily slug it out. That might kind of come later on down the line. But it's going to be some strategy that's going to have to be put in place for each man. And whoever, you know, kind of, you know, does what they need to do and stick to the game plan is going to be the one that's going to win the fight. Man, I favor Spence. But like you know about this hands game, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So yeah, man, I'm just wound up for it, man. I can't wait. I just want to call here, man, to kind of get your perspective on it, especially with the point of, you know, if Earl gonna actually be able to take the same punches that he gives. Because I think when you open up, you say you're gonna knock somebody out, that means you have to open yourself up to be hit. You know, that was one of the things with Floyd being a defensive fighter. Well, yeah, he's a defensive fighter. He was accurate enough to where he didn't have to throw a whole lot of punches, but him gathering the data, seeing what his guys gonna do, he's, you know, so much above a lot of other guys mentally in the game. But I'm waiting to really see what's gonna happen with that. Y'all, if y'all mind, man, give me y'all feed on what that thing's gonna happen when Earl has to possibly eat a few punches to get his off.
Yeah, that's why I stated, this is going to be a difficult fight for Earl. This is going to be a fight that, you know, this is why I said we're going to see the rubber meet the road, right? We're going to see this is going to tell a lot about both guys. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that, you know, Shawn is going to take Earl to a place that he never seen. I know a lot of guys that are fans of Earl and they just automatically assume man down. You know, listen, Earl is an accumulation puncher. I told you guys, I talked to Maurice Hooker, and Maurice Hooker, who sparred and has a relationship with both Earl, obviously being from Dallas, and he's a close friend of Terrence Crawford. And what Maurice Hooker told me was, he says that Earl has accumulation. He breaks you down over time, right? He told me that Terrence Crawford actually has jolting power. He said that Terrence Crawford has more power than Earl Spence. He says that Earl Spence is his work rate. He just breaks you down. He continues to come. He continues to come. He continues to come. And that's a lot of Shawn Porter, right? If we never seen Shawn Porter getting a one-punch knockout, but we see Shawn Porter continue to come, continue to come, continue to come, continue to come, and he mentally breaks you. right? If you you could drop a you know, they have this method they use over in Asia, right, where they'll lay you and drop a drop of water in the middle of your forehead over and over and over. Well, the first 100, 200 drops is not going to affect you, right? But once you get to 1,000, 2,000, guess what? It starts to create a dent, and that dent turns into a hole, and that hole, you understand, you succumb to it. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And so,
Oh yeah.
and so that's the situation when you're dealing with Shawn Porter, especially the engine. So we see two guys with the engine, but the difference is we seen Shawn Porter use that engine, right, more consistently at the high level. So this is the first time we're gonna see Earl face looking in the mirror, so to speak, right, with a guy that's just as resilient as him. When Andre Berto said, "I never looked into a boxer's eyes, or opponent's eyes, and saw what I saw in Shawn Porter's eyes," that says a lot. That gives me goosebumps, man. Andre Berto been in there in some wars. He been in there with Floyd Mayweather. He been in wars. You understand? That fight he was in with Robert Guerrero, that fight he was in with Victor Ortiz, that back and forth, those was wars. But for him to say that he never looked into an opponent's eyes and see what he saw in Shawn Porter's eyes is telling, man. What you think, Kurt?
Oh, I'm glad you asked me, because boxing is such a science. Even the knockout alone is a science. You know, you have knockouts where it's a shocking one punch knockout. Deontay Wilder, Dominic Brazil, Mike Tyson, Carl Truth Williams. Then you have that knockout which is more brutal. You have the knockout where you're constantly getting hit and broken down to your very last compound. Sound like Harris won. But when you look at Hagler, Mugabe, when you look at fighters like Marvelous Marvin Hagler and Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., they broke you down into little pieces, like he did against Edwin Chopper Rosario, who was never the same, or Chavez Sr. when he broke Mildred Taylor down. Because I was watching that fight with my friends, and my friends were rooting hard for Taylor, and I said, Taylor's not going to make it. And they couldn't understand why. They was like, he's winning the fight. And I was like, yeah, but you don't see what I see. I said, Taylor's being broken down. And remember, after that fight, he was never the same. He had broken bones in his face, and Mike Tyson too. Mike Tyson at his best didn't have one punch knockout. He used to, hit you to the body and break you down like he did Razor Ruddock, Tyrell Biggs, which they urinated blood a couple of months after the fight. So when I said building blocks for a knockout, that's the most brutal way you can knock somebody out. And I said that because I'm segueing Earl Spence. He has great place punchment, and he broke Kell Brook down beautifully, because people don't see the bigger picture. But if you really look at and study boxing and a fight, you could tell when a fighter is waning, and after the 6th round of Spence and Brook, you could see Brook, every round is getting tougher and tougher and tougher, and then he succumbs to the pressure and the punishment. So that's the science of the knockout and the science of boxing.
I agree.
Yeah,
hey, we got to get to one more caller, right, bro?
Yep. Let me hurry up and get on over here. Just a little something to Kurt. He mentioned Marvin Johnson here in Indy. He's a correctional officer. Well, he was a correctional officer. He's retired now. I had just seen him, man, probably 2 or 3 months ago. So big shout out to Marvin Johnson and Layman Brewster, and hopefully, Sims. He went from 175 to 168.
Anthony Sims Jr.
Yeah, hopefully he'll. I ain't gonna tell him to leave Matchroom, but I won't get off into that. But we got a little something popping off here and there. We got a little something that came up out of here. So yeah.
Don't forget Harold Brazier. Remember him?
Say that again.
Harold Brazier from Indianapolis. Remember him? He fought on ESPN a million times. He was a car mechanic. He was a good, hard-nosed fighter. Look him up, Harold Brazier from Indianapolis.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I got you. Hey, man, shout out to you brothers, man. Keep doing what y'all doing. Keep growing. You got nothing but support from me.
Appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you.
Salute.
All right, I'll holler back.
Hey, we're gonna take one more call and then we're gonna get up off here, man. So make it quick, my peopleizations. Salute to my peopleizations, man. We're gonna take one more call and then we're gonna get up off here. One more caller, man. Then we out. So make it quick, my peopleizations, man.
Yeah, but like I was saying before we get that last call, man, boxing is such a science, man. A lot of people don't understand, man. You could break it down, even the knockout, you know, even a decision, man. You know, that's the beauty of boxing, man. Things happen you can't see. It's a very cerebral and subtle sport, you know. So I think we got a call.
Yeah, we got a call.
Yes, sir.
What's your name? Where you calling from? What's your name? Where you calling from? Hey, what's your name? Where you? Yeah, I can hear you now. Hello? You there?
Hello?
Yeah, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, what's up, Blue?
What's going on with you?
I'm still with you. This is Eric Jenkins from Philly, man. Just wanted to say, man, listen, y'all doing y'all thing, man. This thing is blowing up. I love it.
Salute.
God, did you say Kitty was calling? Like, what?
Yeah. And then we got Shawn on with him, man. You know what I mean?
Right. Saying, Blue, look, I'm watching y'all, man. Like I said when I called you the other day, I was like, yo, these cats is doing their thing. I'm watching this growth and how y'all communicate with these fans, with us, showing the boxers that, hey, we love y'all, man. We love them cats. That's why we watch it. That's why we love the sport. You know?
Yep.
It's not like we're trying to tell them, hey, you need to be this. No. We, like Curtis, news, chance, fight, everybody.
Right.
No excuse. They think they game. And so with him coming on, that's showing us, the fans, that they listen. And they know the respect. And they know that the growth is there. And we got their back.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we want to know. That's all we want, is to have their back.
Right.
We've seen the dumbness, and this is smart. I love it, man. This is gold, baby. This is gold. Hey, Curtis, how you doing, brother?
Hey, man, how you doing, brother? You from Philly, man. You talk about a hardcore fight town. That's an understatement of the century, man. Good. You know, I'm glad you called in, my brother.
Hey, listen, man. The love is there, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, with you, when you was talking about Matthew Side, that's my dude, man. You know what I mean? To watch some fights on them Friday night fights and Tuesday nights. Come on, man. Blue Horizon, doing their thing. Used to go down to Executioner's Gym also. You know what I mean?
Man, y'all got so many fighters, man. Be proud of all your fighters. Bernard Hopkins, and one of my favorite Philly fighters was a guy by the name of Jolton Jeff Chandler. Do you know him?
Yeah. I'm with Jeff a couple times, man. At the time,
oh, okay.
AC, back in the 80s, man. Listen, Jeff was that dude, man. At battle, cool.
Yep. Great fighter, man. Jolton Jeff Chandler had fast hands, man. Bernard Taylor, man, and you got the old school fighter, Bobby Boogaloo Watts, and Willie Monroe, man, a haggler, you know, lost to and all that, man. And you know, it was this, you know, Philly's this, the hardcore sports town, Joe Frazier and so on and so on.
Yeah, and the lessons are there. Just like the boys from up your end, Newark, Indianapolis. I remember Marvin Johnson and Matthew Side down the spectrum getting it. I mean, they were getting it. You know what I mean? No chance.
I used to be there. Me and my father.
Yeah, you was there. See, my boy had, you know what I mean, for the live ride. So we would get the fights, and oh my gosh, that was a clap. 1 and 2. Them cats would get in there and just whoa. Took a lot of hits though for me. You know what I mean? But they did their thing. Life is good.
Don't forget the Yaki Lopez fights, the Richie Case fights. Remember the uppercut that Saad Muhammad hit the African fighter with Ladi Mawali. You know, I mean, I can go on and on about Matthew Saad Muhammad, man.
Oh, yeah. And Mawali was tagging. He was tagging Matthew up. I was like, yo, what is he doing? And Matthew was just setting him up. As soon as he came and hit that head in, and that was the left uppercut. That was my uppercut. Caught him square.
See, this what I like. I could sit here and listen to you brothers talk about this, man. Keep it going, man. You know what I'm saying?
That was Philly. That was Philly, man. And you had Dwight Muhammad Kwame. He wasn't quite from Philly, but he was next door. He's from Camden. And Camden and Philly is like practically next door. And he had the rivalry between Saad Muhammad and Dwight Muhammad Kwame, man. It was just a beautiful time, man. Philly, you could certain towns you can feel the energy when it comes to boxing, man. You know, you can feel it. Detroit with the Kronk Gym, and Philadelphia with the old school fighters, man, and Newark, you know, and New York, man, in the 80s, and Madison Square Garden, man, and go on and on, you know, the old Felt Farm, and, you know, Los Angeles, California with the Mexican fighters, Daniel Zaragoza, man, and all of them, man, and Shaquille and Gonzalez, you know. I mean, it just seems like it's just nonstop. That's the lineage, you know, of boxing, you know, and, you know, you have fighters like Big John Tate, you know, who fought out of Knoxville, Tennessee, and Marvin Johnson, Indianapolis. All these fighters, Blue and Chat, they had a fan base. You know, they had a fan base. Even the towns you wouldn't think they had a fan base. Every fighter, you know, when they fought in their hometown was jam-packed.
That's right.
Man.
I remember even Frank Tate back in the day, you know what I mean? Texas boy, man. You know what I mean? He had this thing going.
Right.
All the fighters, let me just say this. Back then, like Kirk was saying, I would say, you could walk up and approach a fighter, love them all. I don't care where the fighter was from. You would know their face if they were in town, or you would hear it. They'd have it posted up on the phone booth, on the telephone poles and all that. You can approach them cats, man, and it was all love. No disrespect, no hollering, no crazy. It's love because you respected who they were.
Right.
They got in the ring. They rumbled everybody. Each man showed respect. You know, they had their little ins and outs. They had their little twist about it. But for the most part, man, it was just that community and that love for them. You know?
Right.
Because they represented us.
Man,
you know,
this one.
If your boy was that man, you brag on him. Just like I ain't mad at that.
And before I go, listen, man, boxing was so big and beautiful. You had Ron Lyle fight Ernie Shavers. It wouldn't even televise. You had 20,000 people, you know, at Denver, you know, in the stadium, in the arena, I should say, during the snowstorm, and it was sold out. You know, they have that fight on YouTube, but I remember it. I remember my father said they ain't even televising that fight. But years later, we seen it. You know, somebody camcorded it. You could tell. You know, that's just how boxing was. You had Iran Barkley out of New York and Davey Moore. And then you had the Roberto Duran versus Davey Moore fight at the Garden, you know, on Duran's birthday. It's just, I could go on and on and on for days, man, but we're not going to be disrespectful because 78 is on, man. We get ready to close it out. But call in again, brother, so we can go down memory lane.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I let it show, man. Y'all doing y'all thing, man. Keep building. I got your back, baby. I'm with y'all, man.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Hopefully when I'm up Newark, I can get a link with you, Kurt. We can sit down and chop it up, bro. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
For sure,
right,
for sure.
Man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Night,
Make sure
man.
it be.
Be good.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
All right. Any last words for him, Kurt?
Man, I could talk boxing for every day, for days, man. It's my passion. It's my love since I was 7 years old, man. You know, you cut me open, you know, chin guards and boxing gloves and shoes will fall out of me, man. And, you know, it's just this platform, man, Blue, I just want to thank you for having me on. It's because of Ancestral Rage. It was his idea. You know, when the show was popping, man, we had the Porters on, man, and Blue, you doing your thing, man. You're a legend in this game, man. And you know, I'm very humble, man. And people gave me so many compliments and accolades, man. But it's just the brotherhood of the LDBC and the sisterhood, and we just here to talk boxing. We don't care what you look like, what color you are, how big, rich, poor. We just here to talk boxing. Everybody can get along.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you coming on, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, we got another caller in coming in, man, but, you know, they just keep coming, man. But listen, man, I appreciate you. Let's take this last call, Kurt.
Yes, sir.
What's your name? Where you calling from? Say it again, bro. I can't hear you. It's breaking up.
Yo, this is good God, man. Don't take me.
Ron Finkley, what's good, Ron Finkley?
Ron Finkley, what's good?
Hey,
Good on this, man. What's up, man?
what's shaking with you, bro? Bro, we got Ron Finkley on, man. That's what's up, man. One of the pillars of Blue Blood Sports TV, man. Ron, it was you, Lou Hayton. And I remember when I first started, man. And you were a pillar on this, man. What's good, man?
Oh man, I'm just happy to see y'all still growing. You know, I follow y'all every day. Get my boxing news, chop it up with Kurt Sugar here and there. You know what I mean? Say about some shit I ain't never heard about. I just wanted to chop in and just say what's up, man. I'm just sitting outside the gorilla out in the boondocks and shit. So I was on the holler, man. So what's up, man? I appreciate y'all, man.
I appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I can't say it enough, man. You know, I keep in mind who was there. You know, I kept it, man. And Ron Finkley and Lou Hayton, man. They was here when I had how many subscribers? 50?
Pretty much, man. But interviews even back then, man. I don't like the part of it, man. Like I had to come to some touchdown one day back then. You know what I mean? Like, you see how hard you work to do, man. It's amazing to see how complicated, man.
All right. Just think, Ron. We almost at 50,000 subs, man, and you was here since we had 50. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate
Salute to you, Ron Finkley, man. You know, you hold everybody down, man.
For real, for sure.
Oh, no doubt, yo. You know we love this boxing, man. You know what I mean? Every day, man. Every day.
Yes, sir, bro. I appreciate you 1,000%, man.
All right, I'm gonna get back to getting this grill on with my friends and everything. And I just wanted to call in and say what's up, and I appreciate you guys, man.
Yes, sir. Do your thing, man. Yes, sir.
Enjoy your night. Salute to you, brother.
All right, man. Salute.
Salute to the brother Ancestral Rage in the super chat, man. Word, man, because I was coming up with this idea, man, and Ancestral Rage said it. Yep, he said, okay, let me finish this, okay? You know, Ancestral Rage, man, while I was discussing it, man, he definitely said, hey, I said, I got to get a call. She said, hey, man, bring on Kurt Sugar. I said, man, I ain't even think about that. You know what I'm saying? And here we are, man. But that's how it happens, right? You know, that's when the best things come together. You know, when sometimes when it's not planned, when you playing stuff all the time, it don't always pan out to be the best. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when you just do things on the fly and just, you know, that's when you get the best. You know what I mean? So I appreciate my brother Kurt Sugar, man. You know, coming on here, man. I appreciate you, man. And we're gonna build this thing up, man. We're gonna build this thing up. For real.
Absolutely.
And my daughter drew a little picture of the windows. She's 4 years old. Okay, she drew a picture of the tree.
That's what's up.
But I appreciate y'all, man. We're gonna get up off of here, man. Let the general 7-8 Sports TV cook. I think I saw somebody in the chat say, oh, they say he's not even coming on, but it's already 8:30. I'm going on 8:30 for us, my people. So salute to y'all, man. The general not coming on. Oh, okay. But salute to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow us on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.
Peace.